All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Altcoin Daily, where you subscribe. My name's Austin. Today, we're talking about France and Bitcoin, XRP and entertainment, Jihan Wu and Bitcoin mining. We're talking about a big green flag out of Russia and a very specific Russian altcoin. So, while the price of Bitcoin continues to sink lower, like always, I'll keep you informed. Major announcement: the French are getting into Bitcoin, at least in the same way that the CME futures are getting into Bitcoin. The Paris-based asset management firm Napoleon AM, so they work in traditional finance, they have announced that they're launching a regulated Bitcoin fund, the Napoleon Bitcoin Fund. The company announced in a press release that the fund was created on November 8th and is a specialized professional fund under French law. So if you live in France and you want some exposure to Bitcoin, check out the Napoleon Bitcoin Fund. The company claims that its product is one of the first regulated vehicles giving exposure to Bitcoin's price movements. Now, full disclosure, a little bit about me. My brother and I, we did take 4 years of French in high school, so anything involving France and Bitcoin, all I have to say is we. But on the negative side, while the product does provide daily liquidity for Bitcoin, which I like, and also aims to provide portfolio diversification to institutional and professional investors in France, which I like, unfortunately, the fund replicated the performance of futures listed on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, CME, in cash settlement. So these France institutional investors will have no real reason to actually hold Bitcoin. It's all settled in cash. So not ideal, but at least this will be an opportunity to at least get some exposure to Bitcoin from the French regulated traditional market sector. Hey, it's a start. You tell me what you think down below in the comments. But next piece of news involving the Bank of Lithuania. Countries around the world today are talking about Bitcoin and crypto, including Lithuania. The Bank of Lithuania said that central banks' parental controls, so the control that central banks have on the financial system, those parental controls are obsolete when it comes to crypto assets. But that should not prevent the banks from entering the space in order to understand crypto. So what exactly is the Bank of Lithuania saying? And let's read an exact quote. First, in an analysis dedicated to the central bank digital currency, CBDC, released on December 10th, so this was in response to China's central bank digital currency, the Bank of Lithuania argued that banks should participate in the digital asset space in order to gain experience with this rapidly developing asset class. Here's a direct quote which I like. It is fascinating to follow how fast the area of digital assets and currencies is evolving. It is not prudent to be a casual observer, as it puts regulators and supervisors in the anxious position of a parent who is disgruntled to see that his parental controls are completely out of date. The preferred approach is to face the risks and gain hands-on experience in a controlled environment. So Lithuania is essentially saying the crypto space is evolving, guys. We might as well be part of this digital asset revolution, or unless you want to get left behind. And this representative from Lithuania finished by saying, in order for the Eurozone to remain competitive in business and secure from global technology-related threats, the European payment system must keep up with this new and groundbreaking technology and not be based on solutions from the past. Great perspective from Lithuania. I have more news involving China's SEC in crypto, Binance US adding more altcoins, Russia and retail payments. But first, Jihan Wu has officially resurfaced as Bitmain CEO after the co-founder is forced out. Now, this is news that was speculation a few weeks ago. This channel reported the rumor. Now we have more confirmation that Bitmain co-founder and tech billionaire Wu Jihan resurfaced at the helm of Beijing-based mining giant Bitmain at a recent meeting with clients. Now, Jihan Wu, he is one of the reasons that Bitmain lost. 2 years ago, it was in talks that Bitmain was almost controlling 1/3 of the mining hashing power. If we look at an updated version, Poolin, these guys surfaced out of nowhere. Pretty high distribution, distributed distribution in hash rate. But despite this, despite Jihan Wu, I would say, taking the company in a negative direction at the end of 2017 because they put a lot of their hashing power into Bitcoin Cash, and then the Bitcoin Cash price tanked, and then Bitmain lost a huge share of its market share, Jihan Wu has been spotted again on December 10th. Bloomberg reported that Jihan Wu, which is it? This gentleman made a public appearance at a private event last Saturday in the capital of southwestern China's Sichuan province, where he announced that the Bitmain co-founder, McCree Zhan, had stepped down from his leadership role at the company. Now, this was a fight. If you want to read about this fight between Zhan and Jihan Wu, check out this article. Next piece of news. The Ripple director of product launches an XRP entertainment marketplace for music. So XRP is getting involved in the entertainment marketplace. Ripple's director of product is rolling out a new digital marketplace that will allow musicians to sell their songs online for XRP. This will be called X Songs. The platform utilizes Payburner, an integrated payment system built on top of the XRP ledger. This is interesting. This is the exact tweet. I'm going to link this down below from Craig DeWitt. Sell your music for XRP. The open beta for artists is now ready. The front-end buying experience will be coming in a few weeks. Here's how you can join. I appreciate that update. If you're a musician, sign up and let the community know your experience. I'm just a fan of music. I just listen. The exact details are there is no fees to upload or post songs, and musicians will receive 100% of the revenue from their sales through peer-to-peer XRP payments. Also, the marketplace will not support legacy payment methods, it's like credit cards, I guess, and they will not. But they will allow creators to set their own price. What do you think? Would you use it? Could you see people using this? In my opinion, Brad Garlinghouse has talked about that he kind of sees Ripple's trajectory like Amazon's trajectory in terms of Amazon started in books, cornered that vertical, and then expanded to just online merchant marketplace in general. Now, Ripple is starting with cross-border payments. For me, in order for this to really be credible, an entertainment marketplace for music, I think Ripple would really need to corner their first vertical and then start expanding. So we'll see. Next piece of news. Russia's national energy grid operator is testing a blockchain for retail payments. Now, this has to do with a very specific altcoin, the mid-cap altcoin that you've heard of. Russia's national energy grid operator Rosetti is testing a blockchain solution for payments in the retail electricity sector. So if this is implemented, and there's testing right now, if this is implemented, this could go out to a lot of people that use electricity in Russia. But the system, initiated by Rosetti and developed by the Russian distributed ledger technology DLT startup Waves, aims to automate and make transactions between energy producers, suppliers, consumers more transparent, as a December 10th post from Waves has outlined. So this is interesting. It's interesting to hear what is coming out of Russia. The minute this jumps from testing to implementing to using, I'll let you know. I will make a video. I'll keep you informed. But I guess they're using the distributed ledger technology of Waves, which I guess is a Russian altcoin. And Waves is up almost 20% today. I think it was actually closer to 50% earlier today. Wow. If you hold Waves, you should also be happy. Let me know what you think. Last piece of news. China's SEC may soon have a crypto-savvy department chief. It is this gentleman right here. And this is what's happening in China right now involving crypto. China's securities watchdog is reportedly setting up a technology regulation bureau and may soon appoint Yao Qin, the former head of China's central bank digital currency initiative, as its new department chief. So in China's version of the SEC, their regulatory branch may soon have this man heading up their digital currency initiative. According to a report from Chinese business publication Caixin on Wednesday, the China Securities Regulatory Commission, CSRC, has announced Yao's appointment on its internal bulletin. So this just shows more and more that China is putting some money, setting up some infrastructure to discover what more blockchain and crypto can do for China. All right, team, that is the video for today. My name's Austin. If you found value, give it a like. If you want to be kept informed, subscribe to the channel. And like always, I'll see you tomorrow.